Hey guys, and welcome back to the Hobby Dude 007 channel. Our buddy Paul over at Left Coast Model Car Builds posed a question to the community about a week and a half or so ago. And with us being gone with our business, I've been thinking about it, but I just never have got around to responding. But it's a really good question and worth a response. And that is, does the hobby ever become work, or does it ever seem like work? Well, let me give you my thoughts on that.
Bring your model to life with MCV products. Visit them on the World Wide Web at mcvproducts.net.
So, does the hobby ever seem like work, or does it ever become work? Well, my answer would be only if I let it. Like Paul, I have multiple hobbies, and all of which I find relaxing. And some of it, while you're working on something, it doesn't mean it's work. If it's fun, if you're having a good time, if you're relaxing, if you're escaping from other things, no, that's not work. But there have been times that I have let this hobby and others become work. If you recall, when I did a video on my time RC racing, when I took a break from model building and went RC racing, and by the way, if you think this hobby has gotten expensive, go RC racing, because if you want to keep up and stay competitive, and in my case, if you couldn't be competitive, why bother? So it could get pricey, but I was still having a blast. But there were times that I did let that feel like work. Doing the videos, what little editing I do, I've got a really good program for editing, and I've gotten so used to it that it's not really work. In the beginning, learning it and getting used to it could be just putting together the videos, but that's kind of fun now too, because I add a little creative stuff and throw extra pictures in there, all that kind of stuff. And it could be, like I said, if you let it. Now, the one time that I can definitely say that it was work, and I kind of regret it, is I used to do commission builds, and I no longer do that, guys. I don't build for other people anymore. But there was a time I got into that. I had some people asking me, hey, would you build me a super detailed model? And I had one guy actually tell me, I can't wait for you to get it finished so I can put it in some contest. I said, whoa, dude, hey, the rules say it's got to be the sole work of the builder. And he acted a little disappointed. He said, well, okay then, and just let it go. But I spent a lot of time and a lot of effort and materials and stuff to do these super detailed builds. You guys know what it's like that do a lot of extra detail, what's involved in that. And even though I was getting paid, I was having fun, even though they weren't my models. On the other hand, what got me to stop, and I'm going down a rabbit hole here, guys, rambling here a little bit, but what made me stop doing that was, even though I let people know that, hey, you can't put these in contests because I built them for your enjoyment or for your collection. And not once, not twice, but 3 times they ended up showing up in contests, once in a magazine, and I'm like, you got to be kidding me. I bounced into one that I asked the guy a few questions, and oh yeah, he built it, and he had bought it from the estate from the guy that passed away that I had built it for, and it was my build. But I decided, you know what? If people are going to do that stuff, I'm not even going to do that anymore. So I stopped, and okay, I'm out of that rabbit hole now. But I do this for the relaxation, the escape, as I've shared with you in a video not long ago on the mental health thing. And I don't want it to become work, because if it ever becomes work or like work, I'll back away from it for a while. I can't see me honestly ever leaving this hobby altogether, because I've just loved it, well, almost 64 years next month that I have been building models, and I love this hobby. And yes, I've stepped away from it for a few times. And I do have other hobbies. Our business, Squad Room, since we retired, is kind of part-time, full-time, however we want to do it. And it's a hobby, if you want to know the truth. My instinct shooting is, I love to shoot. I wish I could still do it competitively, but as I said in that video, I can't jump up and get down under the clock as quickly as I once could. But love that stuff. I have a range set up in the back 40 back there, and I love going through a combat range and that I've designed and just having fun. But model car building, like I said, if it ever becomes work or feels like work, then it's time to back away from it for just a little bit. I don't think I'll ever leave it though. When I'm building occasionally something for a contest, is the closest I would say that I ever feel to it being work, because if it's something that I'm tweaking or getting ready, for example, a couple of years ago, I did a car for the Southern Nationals, and I decided at the last minute I was going to do it just like the brochure, and so I started making changes, and I was on a kind of a time limit. And when you're on a time limit, things like that, it does feel like a little bit like work, but it was still fun, and I did get it done in time. So it's when I said only if I let it, that's true. It can become work only if I let it, or only if I procrastinate or wait around to the last minute to try to finish something. Then it can become work. But you know what? Your time schedule, your pace, if it gets done for a show, it gets done. If it doesn't, hey, there's always next year or the next show. So it's not a big deal. I don't let it get that way. I've shared before too that I go to a lot of contests. I've been to Atlanta a few times, not even taking a car. I've been to some of the other big shows, not even taking a car, just for the shopping and the fellowship. Always worth it, guys. It's not about all this stuff back here. It's not about that. Relax, have fun. I mean, it's always nice to be recognized, but at the same time, it's not about that. It's about you, what you like, what you want. Don't build it for somebody else. Build what you want the way you want it. This is your thing, and don't ever let it become work that way. I enjoy research. That's a little bit of work, but it's enjoyable. And there's an old adage of you may hate your job, but someone in the world is dreaming of that. That's their dream job. So don't let things get out of hand either. My procrastination sometimes causes me to have to rush stuff, which again seems like a little work, but if it's enjoyable stuff, hey, it's not work at all. Guys, that's my thought on it anyway. Paul, thank you so much for the question. Really, truly appreciate that. It is a great question too, because like any hobby or anything in life, if we let it get away too far away, it can feel like work. So yeah, that's a good thing, but keep it simple, keep it relaxing, keep it fun. Guys, head over to HobbyNut Models, check out Mark's inventory, check out mcvproducts.net. Matthew's got some new great stuff over there. Be sure you check that out too. All right, guys, that's it for this one. God bless. Love you. See you in the next video. Thanks, guys.